Hey everyone, how y'all doing? My name is Mateo and I am from Exit Muse. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about vocals. And not just vocals in general, something very particular that I believe not many people take as seriously as they should. What it is actually breaths. Now, you might be thinking, well, hey Mateo, breaths are pretty natural. Yes, they are. But when it comes to mixing vocals, you tend to use certain processing plugins like compressors that end up amplifying the level of breaths. Now, this becomes an issue because those natural breaths end up sounding unnatural. I'm going to show you a technique today of how to suppress those unnaturally loud breaths so that they sound natural with your compressed vocals. This is a technique that many people, including myself, use. Some people will use different methods. Some people use gates and other processors that try to clean up that space in between the words, but I actually find this technique to be the most reliable and most accurate out of all the other techniques. Alright, I got Pro Tools open to a song that I'm currently mixing, and it's actually for an artist that I'm producing. The song is called I Can Do, and the artist is Mark Brathwaite. In this part of the song, I'm actually mixing the vocals now. And what I'm going to show you here is the difference between the compressed vocals without any of the breaths edited and the compressed vocals with the breaths edited. And I'm going to show you how to do this, and you're going to hear the difference. So first, let's take a listen to the vocals just compressed without any of the breaths being edited out.
Waiting for the stone to roll away. Lazarus is not at home today. Looking at
All right. I use a lot of compression. I love compression. It really tightens up vocals. It brings out a lot of articulation that you don't normally hear. But one of the byproducts of a lot of compression is the breaths being amplified. Amplified to the point where it's unnatural. I'm gonna solo the vocals now, because with the music, you know, the breaths aren't too bad. You can definitely hear them, but they're not too bad. So I'm gonna solo it for you, and you'll definitely be able to get a better sense of this.
waiting for the stone to roll away. Lazarus is not at home today.
So you can hear the breaths are like really short and really they just ramp up really fast. They're pretty hard there, right? So I don't like it. And you know, for this type of song, you want the breaths, but not like that. So we're going to go through each line, and this is going to be a lot of manual labor, but this is honestly the best and most accurate way to get rid of breaths in a song. So let's get down to it. You want to go into the automation portion of your track. You go over to volume, make sure your automation is set to read, so it's actually on. And I make sure that my timeline is set to slip, because if you set it to grid, then the cursor snaps to the grid, and sometimes it's annoying because the lines don't always line up to the grid, or it's a little before or a little after. So just set it to slip so you can easily place the cursor anywhere you want. What I like to do is I will start a little bit before, and I usually click around where the line starts, and then I drag down the automation. So what's going to happen here is it's going to be actually completely muted, well, volume-wise, and then it's going to slowly ramp up almost like it's a fade.
Waiting for the stone to roll away.
Cool, so that intro is nice. I like that. Now, what I'm going to do is for all the other spaces in between, and you can do this to taste, you know? Do it to your preference. I still want the breaths, so I'm not going to completely remove them. So I'm going to mark out the spaces that I want. And you'll get to know this a little better the more you do this, but you ballpark it first, then you take a listen, you go back, and you check to hear if there's still the breaths.
The stone to roll away.
So I took out a little too much there.
The stone to roll away.
There we go. You still hear the breaths. Sounds natural. So we'll do the next one. And actually, it's even better to kind of really blow this up so you can really get in there and see the breaths too.
Hey, Lazarus is not at home today.
So we got another breath over here. And I know what you're thinking. This is grueling. And yes, it is. But guess what, guys? Mixing is grueling. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of like it.
It's not at home today.
Oh, see, I cut off too much. Always important to listen to this first. Don't just look at the waves.
It's not at home today.
You know what? I want a little more breath.
It's not at home today.
There we go. Amazing. So I did a few lines here. Don't want to do the whole song because we'll definitely be here for a while. But just so you can hear the difference, this is without the automation.
Waiting for the stone to roll away. Lazarus is not at home today.
Great. And now this is with the automation.
Waiting for the stone to roll away. Lazarus is not at home today.
Now we'll listen to it in context with the music. So again, without the automation.
Waiting for the stone to roll away. Lazarus is not at home today.
And now with the automation.
Waiting for the stone to roll away. Lazarus is not at home today. Looking at my soul is.
Now, it's even up to you if you want to actually remove the breaths altogether. And a lot of people do this. It's a very popular thing in pop production. I do it sometimes, but it really depends on the sound that you're going for, the feel that you're going for, and even, the artist's preference. There's a lot of artists that don't want their breaths completely edited out because it sounds too artificial. So it's based on a lot of different factors why you would do this, but you really should try to employ this pretty often, just a little bit, so that you kind of tame those breaths and still be able to do the amount of compression that you want to get those articulations in the vocals that you get from compressing and stuff like that. This is something that I do in a lot of songs, and once you do this for a while and you do the whole track, you'll actually see over here, this is actually the full track. So you can actually see here all the automation that I did for this.
Always, yeah, I do it for you. I did it for you. All my patience for you.
So that's how you tame your breaths. Let me know what you guys think of it. I'd appreciate any questions that you guys have about this. If you want me to clear anything up, or if you want me to go into further details about something else, feel free to ask me. Again, the name of the song is I Can Do, and it's by Mark Brathwaite. The single will be released, hopefully in the next couple months, actually. So keep an ear out for it. Be sure to follow me, Mateo, at Exit Muse on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook, it's What's Your Muse. Have a great day, guys, and look forward to talking to you guys. Cheers.
Waiting for the stone to roll away. Lazarus is not at home today. Looking at my soul has gone astray.